Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio. We are your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and you can also find us on Abundance TV. We're syndicated there. Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Thank you so much for watching. We have some tips, 50 safety tips for seniors, and these are some really, really good tips, and it's called at the website parentgiving.com. Parentgiving.com. So these are really, really simple tips to increase safety at home and away from home. So we're going to talk about simple tips to increase at home, like fall prevention, fire and kitchen safety, car safety, home safety, and financial safety. So let's talk about those. Let's get started right now with fall prevention safety tips. Remove obstacles in the house that could cause tripping. Everything from small floor rugs to objects on the floor like an oversized vase or a magazine stand. That's a good one. Number 2, install handrails and lights on staircases with light switches at the top and bottom of the stairs. That's a grand idea. Okay, number 3, install shower and tub grab bars in the bathroom, around the toilet, and around the tub. That's another awesome idea. Number 4, place no slip mats in the shower floor and bathtub. Now I'm going to add something in here. Okay, I've had bath mats before. If you get the real cheapy ones, that's what you're going to get is cheapy stuff. You want some that have maybe these little suction cups on the bottom of them. That's what we've got in our shower. And it's like really handy, and it stays put. It's not going to go anywhere. And another thing you might want to do is clean them with vinegar about once a week. That's another thing, full strength. So what I'll do is I'll turn that mat over, pour some vinegar. I'll go ahead and put a stopper in the tub, by the way, and I'll go ahead and put some vinegar on the bottom of it. I flipped it on the bottom, vinegar, and let it set for just a few minutes. Then I rinse it out, and they stay clean and they stay fresh. Okay, let's see. Paint door sills with a different highlighting color to avoid tripping. That's a great idea right there. I like that. Number 6, put on hip pads if you are at high risk for falls. That's another good one. Okay, number 7, make home lighting brighter, but you got to prevent the glare. Because what if you have the kind of glasses that are not, like Phil has glasses that are anti-glare, but what if you have glasses that are not anti-glare and you got these bright lights shining? That could cause a tripping as well. Okay, let's see. Have your vision checked often and regularly. Now, all these tips are for everybody, okay? It's not just for an aging parent. This is for everyone. Ask the doctor to review your medication regularly. Things change. Your blood pressure could change. Maybe you got high blood pressure. Maybe you lose a little weight and you get low blood pressure. All those things need to be checked on a regular basis. And if you've got some of the tools to do that at home, you need to do a regular check on that. Also at Walmart, you can go to Walmart at the prescription pharmacy section, and they have these little things you can just stick your, I do it every time I go in there, and you just stick your arm in it and it can check your blood pressure. Now what's normal for me is low blood pressure. So if my pulse rate is up just a little bit, and my temperature is not regular either, so a new doctor checking me out might go, oh my goodness, there's something wrong, you got low blood pressure. It's a normal thing for me. I take this from my granddad, like I'm freezing all year long. So, but you do need to go ahead and have those done regularly. Okay, start exercising regularly, especially any kind of stretching exercise is really good. And if you know you're about to go outside and start working in the garden, do some stretching exercises. This can be anything like doing a push-up, and I've told you how to do this several times. All you have to do is stretch your legs out, stand up, go against the wall, and do these little push-ups on the wall. That's a great stretching exercise. Keep the heels down on the ground as much as possible when you're doing that as well, okay? If you can't stand comfortably, you need to exercise in a chair, by the way. So make sure you check that out. Okay, fire and kitchen safety. Use a microwave rather than a stove. That's a good tip. It's quicker anyway. This is for everybody. Make sure smoke detectors are installed in all rooms and check batteries on a regular basis. Always wear loose clothing when cooking. Fabric can catch fire very quickly. So if you got loose clothing on, you got time to hurry up and rip that shirt off. Okay, number 15, point pot handles away from the edge of the stove. You need to do this if you have kids, because they're going to be like, get their little hands on everything. And if that handle is up there close, they're going to tip that over. So that's just for everybody. This ensures that you won't bump into them or catch your sleeve on them. If you wear those really pretty sexy sleeves, some of you senior girls, and you wear those, it could really catch onto that handle. Never leave cooking food unattended. Now, I'm going to say this for the younger folks, okay? You 20 and 30-year-olds. Sometimes you get distracted with your cell phone. Make sure you do the same thing, okay? Okay. Wipe off any spilled grease from the stove. You need to do that constantly. I'm going to tell you what, a stove that I love is a flat surface stove. Best thing I think has ever been invented, ever. First of all, it's easily cleaned. And I don't have to worry about grease dropping down in the bottom of it and catching on fire. Love that one. Avoid using appliances with frayed cords. You need to get them repaired or replaced, okay? Appliances don't cost as much as they used to, so it's time to get a replacement. You can also go to Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. Sometimes people just get tired of a color and they just want to, they want the same thing, and they don't want red, they change the blue, just stuff like that. So sometimes you can find some really nice things at Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, located on Highway 431 in Albertville. Make sure you check them out, okay? And you'll get some good deals there. Okay, ensure there's adequate lighting in areas where you're working. Yeah, make sure of that. Keep a fire extinguisher handy. You never know, So make sure you do that. Now let's talk about car safety tips. I've got time before we go into a break, so let's do this. Number 21, this is so important for everybody, okay? Make sure all doors are locked and the windows rolled up while you're driving. You don't want someone jumping into your car when you are stopped in traffic. You got to be super careful about that. Number 22, never leave anything valuable in plain view. Don't do that. Keep stuff in the trunk of the car if you have to, or if you have an old blanket that might be this is something you can do. Okay, so you want to leave everything in the front part. You're driving, and the passenger side, you just want your purse and just valuables and stuff like that in the front seat, maybe down in the floorboard. What you can do is, if let's say your car has a green interior, find green material or a green blanket or a green rug, green towel, green anything that's going to kind of camouflage, so that somebody just picking through, and maybe you accidentally forgot to lock the car door, somebody just passing through is not going to notice it, okay? Please. But please leave it in the trunk, especially packages if you've been shopping for birthdays or wedding anniversaries or whatever. It's just best to do that. Okay, now, park as, let's see, lock the door, did that one. Okay. Park as close as possible to where you're going. Okay, so you're going to Walmart. You want to park as close to that door as you possibly can. But I'm going to tell you another idea that Rick Staines gave me. He's a buddy of mine. He's a security specialist. He said when you're going to a department store like that, and they have a place for carts, and you're going to be unloading your loading your groceries into the car, it's best to park in a well-lit area, by the way, but close to one of those places that you're going to put the cart back into, one of those little cart holders. And then that way you're not walking back, to the front, and it's just safety issue right there. Make sure you do that. Okay. Never leave car keys inside the vehicle. Not even for just a minute, because I'm going to tell you something. We all know everybody, right? We're all living in a small town here in this area. You're going to run into somebody you know at Walmart. You just will. I've been several times thinking, well, I'm not going to put any makeup on. I don't want to run into anybody I know. That's when you're going to meet everybody you know. So never leave the car keys in there thinking, it's going to be a minute. It's never a minute, okay? So don't do that, period. I'm bossing you around. Please don't do that. Somebody's going to run off of your car if you do that. Okay, avoid hiding a spare key in the car. Oh my God. What if you forget to lock the car door? A thug is way ahead of you on this. I promise you. A thug's going to think about looking under the mat. He's going to look everywhere for it. They're going to start looking. Oh, there's a car door that's unlocked. Let's see if we can find a spare key. And then they're going to take off with your car. So don't do that either. And you know those little metal things? That's the first thing a thug's going to look for. Those little metal things that you keep with your key in it, under the car, under the door or whatever. First place they're going to look is for one of those. Okay. When returning to the car, look around as you approach the vehicle. And this is another thing. Please don't park right by a van. Okay. They can open up that door while you're trying to get into the car. They can open up that side door, throw you in, and we may never hear from you again. So please be very careful. Don't park by a van. Okay, let's see. Have the key ready in your hand when approaching the car, and don't fumble looking for the key. Number 29, peek into the back seat of your car before going in. I know of somebody this happened to. Thank God it's when the cell phones first came out. She had a bag phone sitting by her. He had no idea. He was kind of like one of these dumb thugs. He told her to park. He grabbed her keys. He didn't know she had a cell phone. He grabbed the keys and he said, I got to go to the bathroom. Stay inside the car. So what he didn't know, she had that cell phone. So as he was over there taking care of business, she went on ahead and dialed 911 and told him the thug had kidnapped her. Okay, so be careful. Look in the back seat. And scream, by the way. Thugs hate it when you scream. Scream as loud as you can. Number 30, once you're inside the car, lock all those doors immediately. I want to keep you safe, okay? That's why I'm telling you all this good stuff. Let's go into a commercial break. We're going to be right back in just a few minutes, so you hang tight. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. Begin a great year and save big money with these specials at Albertville Foodland Plus. A 5-pound bag of red or gold potatoes only $2.99 each. Warm up with Campbell's Chunky Soup, 2 for $4. Slim down with gold salads, only $2.99 each. And make sure to check out the deli with fresh veggies and tasty pork chops or hand-battered chicken fingers, only $5.99. Check us out on the web at shop.foodlandgrocery.com. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain-fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I am your host of The Edge on IEC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. That's North Alabama. You can also find us syndicated on Abundant TV, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We appreciate you watching us and listening to us on iecradio.media. You download the free app, you listen to the show, and which is kind of like a podcast. We've got a podcast coming up pretty soon, by the way, and I'll let you know about that just as soon as we have that ready. Okay, now we're talking about parentgiving.com. This is a great thing right here, okay? So look this up, parentgiving.com, and you'll find some information, and this is for seniors, safety tips. Now, a lot of you young folks, y'all need to lay this as well, okay? So this is really for everybody. Okay, home safety. Number 31, put large numbers on your house so you can read those easily from the house. If you live in a subdivision where every house is cookie cutter and it looks the same, and you've got to practically count the houses until you know that yours is the fifth one, and you're going, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my house. Make sure you got some big numbers up there. That way you don't have to count. You'll see those big numbers, like we're at 359 County Road 23. Huge numbers so you can see straight from the street. Now, number 32, if you want to hide a spare key to the house, make sure you really hide it. Never put it in one of those predictable places like under the mat. And don't buy those little stones that you can tell it's not a real stone. Don't buy those and put the key in it. Again, a thug, that's the number one thing he's going to be looking for, is one of those little make-believe rocks. It's a rock that you take the bottom off, it's a little flip thing, and you put the key in it. Don't do that. And don't put it up above the door, okay? Because, again, thugs look for that. Okay, number 32. Set a timer on the radio to make a sound like somebody's home when you run an errand. That's a grand thing to do. Absolutely. They also make these really neat things. It really sounds like a dog barking. And it's automated. You can set it to a timer. Or you can set it where it's motion detected. So if somebody comes on your porch and you're not at home, it sounds like you have a barking dog, and it sounds real. It's not like it used to be a long time ago. These really sound like you have a big old killer inside the house. It's going to eat somebody's limb off for even thinking about coming in. That will make somebody go to another location. Absolutely. They'll leave you alone. Okay, have deadbolts installed on all your doors. Please do that. We have that as well. Okay, lock all your doors, especially that front door when you're working in the attic, basement, or the yard. Yeah, we do that because we have this like a lot of acreage here. We've got 38 acres of land. When we're working in the back, I don't know what in the world's going on in the front. So we don't leave that front door unlocked. We never do that. Okay, let's see. Never open the door to a stranger. Now, if it's a repairman or a salesman, call the company they say they work for and verify. Okay? And I promise you, if you say, okay, I'm going to call your company to make sure that you're who you say you are. If you'll say that, they're going to go next. They're not even going to mess with you. Okay? They're going to go somewhere else where they can find a sucker. And you're not a sucker. No, you're smart. So you know to do that. If they say they're from the power company, say, okay, let me go get the number. Don't take a number they say, because what they might do is give you a fake number. They might be suspecting that you're going to be smart. So you go ahead and look up that number for the power company. You call the power company yourself and just say, hey, there's a guy here who says he's from the power company. He's going to do some work. Is that true? They'll tell you no or yes, okay? But not the number they give you. The number you find that you know is a legit number. As a matter of fact, it'd be handy just to have numbers sitting around so that you don't have to go take time to look it up. And make sure you shut the door, by the way, when you say you're going to go to the phone and call them. Okay, do that. Okay, let's see. Number 38. If it's someone needing to use a phone, get the number, call it for them. Simple. That's how you got to do. You call it for them. Never tell people you are alone. Please, for goodness sakes, don't ever do that. Okay, I really care about your safety. Pretend somebody else is there. Okay, you can also have these little recordings on. You can have your cell phone on. If it's somebody you suspect may not be up to any good, go ahead and call somebody and let them know you're talking to somebody on the phone. Okay, that's just another good tip. So call maybe your next door neighbor. Hopefully they're home. Of course, you can call people now on the cell phone. They can pretend that they're home. So call and just pretend you're on the phone with them, and just, there's somebody suspicious. Do you mind hanging on the phone just for a few minutes? And I promise you, if it's somebody that's worth their salt, they're going to help you. They'll do that. Okay, let's see. Never let a stranger in. Turn on the radio or television in another room to give the impression that somebody else is around. Okay, number 41, limit the number of rooms a visitor can see. Don't show strangers what you have in the house. Okay, now this makes me think of something else. Let's say you want to downsize and you got your house up for sale, and somebody's just, I don't know. First of all, they need to be with a realtor, okay? So, but if they're not, they just say, hey, I just wanted to come in and see your house. Tell them, first of all, no, the realtor does all this. We're not expecting anybody. The house is a mess. Anybody that's worth their salt is going to understand that, okay? Be careful also if you're selling things like on Marketplace or on eBay or anything like that. You have some things for sale. Be super careful. Vent people out, okay? Number 42, make it a habit to be security conscious. Do that. Yeah, you're not going overboard. There are so many thugs out there who want to take your life. They want to take your money. They want to take your security away from you. You be smart about this, and I know you are. Okay, financial safety. Okay, I've seen folks do this a lot. Everybody, all age groups, I've seen this happen. They're at a department store, and they've put their purse in the little cart right there where you keep a child would be safe. And they put the purse there. They don't lock it down. They don't do nothing. And somebody just simply, you run into your friend Susie that you hadn't talked to in a long time. Y'all went to school together. And so you're talking to Susie. Well, while you got your back turned, or you and Susie are facing another direction, a thug comes by and just takes your purse and walks away with it. Please be careful with that. I've seen that so many times. And I don't want to be nosy, but if I see somebody and their purse is just laying out like that, I usually just kind of say, hey, be really careful with that purse. I saw somebody suspicious walking by. If you'll just remind people, sometimes that's all you got to do. Okay, never leave the purse unattended. I'm going to fuss with you if I see you out somewhere and your purse is unattended. Number 44, always carry your wallet or any bills in a front pocket, never in the rear pocket. Okay, number 45, avoid having large amounts of cash or valuables at home. Okay, Thugs, that's what they look for. Okay, so be really careful about that. Number 46, tear up or shred all personal financial information. Never just throw it into the trash. Do you know there are morons who are going to go to your trash can because they figure you're going to be putting something valuable, like maybe you had your credit run on something. This is for everybody, okay? People they dig into your trash cans. And this is something I'm always concerned with. A lot of people just throw it in the trash can. They say, well, you know what, the dump truck, when it comes and picks up the trash, it goes to this big incinerator thing and it crushes it up. What if that one bit of information is not? I mean, I always have that fear. And I'll tell you something else you might want to think about. Sometimes your bank will send you a new debit card. And so they say, well, just toss and throw away the old debit card. I've got a tip for you. Get your scissors and you want to cut this thing up into several pieces. 1 week, you're going to put several, just at random, pick a bunch of these pieces that you torn up on your credit or your debit card and scatter them into the trash, by the way. The next, and do a 3-week deal with this. So then the second week, take more, throw it away. And the third week, more, and throw it away. Okay? Complete safety right there. The odds of somebody being able to put your credit card or your debit card back together again is extremely, I'm going to say I'm going to win the lottery first. So, that's just one good thing you can do. Cut it up in small pieces, throw it away 3 different times in the trash, okay? Alrighty. Let's see. Never give your social security number or particulars about your bank accounts to anyone. Now, if someone calls you and asks you to confirm that the account numbers are yours, don't do it. The bank is never going to do that. Now, if you're really nervous about it, what you can do is just call the bank. And we had that happen. Somebody actually, I forgot if it was online or what it was. And so somebody had Phil on the line. So what Phil did, he just hung up on them and called the bank and said, you've been trying to get in contact with me? And they said, no, Mr. Fiesel, we haven't. Why? And he said, well, somebody called and said they were from your bank and they were trying to get information. They said, no, we never do that. A bank will not do that. Okay, so if you're tempted and you're thinking, did I do the right thing? Just call the bank. Same thing with all your utility companies. Call them and ask if they tried to get in contact with you. Oh, gotta hurry. Okay, let's see. Never use your social security number or particulars about your bank accounts to anyone. Again, if somebody calls, click on them. Number 48, if you get calls asking for donations, tell them to send requests by mail. Never discuss donations on the phone. That's an excellent tip right there. I get people who say they're with the police department, they're with this and with that, whatever like that. Thing to do, send it by mail so I can check it out, okay? And if they're legit, they'll be happy to do that, okay? All right, number 49, verify the status of a charity before making a donation. Please don't give money based on emotions. I've done that before, and it just doesn't work. So be really careful about doing that. I watched a television commercial one day about starving dogs and cats. And everybody knows I'm an animal lover. Well, I'm thinking, I might want to give that. And then I thought, no, I'm going to wait and see what the CEO of this company makes. What is he making a salary? The CEO of this company makes over $1 million a year. He also has several people who are on a team, and I checked out their salaries. Together, there's several $1 million going just on salaries. I ain't doing it. Give it to somebody local. Like Second Chance to Animal Shelter right here close to Boaz, Alabama. Check them out. Got time for one more, and this is the last one. Number 50, arrange to have Social Security checks direct deposited into your bank. Oh my goodness, how easy is that? And you don't have to worry about it getting lost in the mail either. So that's just an awesome thing to do. Have it go in, and they're going to make sure it's you. They're going to have you go practically give them a pint of blood just to make sure that it is you. And also, you can go directly to their office and show them your ID and that kind of thing, and just say, look, I want it direct deposited into my bank account. Best thing to do. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You don't have to worry, is that check going to come in? Isn't it kind of late? Should have been here 2 days ago. No more worries about that. My name is Donna Fiesel. I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182, local to North Alabama on Charter Communications. You can also find us syndicated on Abundance TV, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. You have a good one. I appreciate you watching.